Hey, what's going on guys? Luis here, and the Samsung Galaxy S6 was finally unveiled at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, Spain. In the past couple of weeks there have been tons of rumors and leaks suggesting what it would look like, and surprisingly enough, most of them were right. After watching Samsung's live stream, I was hoping for it not to be just another Galaxy S phone, but something that would convince me that it is worth taking a look. As far as its design, we're looking at a fairly similar footprint to the Galaxy S5. In fact, if you look at the front, it looks nearly identical to the S5 with the same button layout. Of course, a couple of things have changed. When you look at the front, you can tell that the bezels are slightly narrower than the ones on the S5, which allows the S6 to have a smaller footprint for the same screen size, in this case being 5.1 inches. But once you turn the phone is where all the changes really start to happen, and Samsung has finally adopted an aluminum chassis on the S6, which adds a lot of premium to its build quality. I know that I can't be the only one speaking for myself here when I say that we have been waiting forever for Samsung to add more premium materials to their flagships, and the Galaxy S6 has come to that conclusion with a metal build quality, and I'm glad that Samsung has finally taken that route. But the sides are not the only good thing about the build quality on the Galaxy S6. In fact, when you turn it on its back, you're gonna find Gorilla Glass 4. I'm really glad that we don't have the glossy plastic on the back anymore, but just keep in mind that having glass is going to be a complete fingerprint magnet. Now, some people have been saying that the bottom makes it look sort of like a hybrid between an iPhone 6 and an HTC One M8, which I can sort of agree with, but yeah, it's kind of irrelevant. You're still getting the same set of speakers on the bottom, the 3.5mm headphone jack, and the micro USB port. So overall, the phone is thinner, lighter, it looks great with metal, and yeah, thumbs up to Samsung for making a great choice with that build quality, and I'm looking forward to see how people are going to react to it. Now for the display, we're looking at a 5.1-inch Quad HD display with a total count of 577 pixels per inch. Samsung still decided to go with a Super AMOLED display, so colors are going to be very vibrant here and also very saturated. But nonetheless, it's looking to be one of the best displays of 2015. Now, it is Quad HD, and the phone only has a 2550 mAh battery, so it looks like the battery life probably won't be as great as we were expecting, but we're gonna have to wait and see until it comes out. Now, as far as specs, we're looking at the latest Snapdragon 810 processor, which is octa-core and 64-bit, and 3 gigs of RAM, so the experience is definitely going to be a lot snappier than it was before. Now, interestingly enough, the phone is not going to be IP67 certified anymore because of that aluminum construction, which means that you're also going to be giving up the SD storage and the removable back. Now, Samsung has done generally well in the camera department for the past couple of years, and they're bringing a 16 megapixel camera to the Galaxy S6 with a few improvements. If you know anything about cameras, it has an f1.9 stop aperture, which basically means that it's going to be able to take better images and also have a shallower depth of field. It also has optical image stabilization, which will allow for steadier shots and better low light performance. And as you can tell, the camera also protrudes a little bit in the back, which might be an issue for those who are looking to use it on a flat surface. Now, the Galaxy S6 also has a fingerprint scanner, which is now physical instead of virtual. In the Galaxy S5, you basically had to swipe your finger up the screen for it to read your fingerprint, and because it was virtual, it didn't really work that well. And now that it is actually built into the home button, Samsung is claiming that it's not only more accurate, but also much faster. And another feature that they've added is fast charging, which will be able to charge your phone up to 50% in 30 minutes with a special charger, and you also get wireless charging on the S6. TouchWiz is now running on top of Android 5.0 Lollipop, and Samsung claims that they've gotten rid of 40% of their bloatware, but it still doesn't look nearly as good as stock Android. However, with that 64-bit architecture, it is looking to be a very snappy operating system. So yeah, that is the Samsung Galaxy S6. My first impressions are very positive, but of course I'm gonna have to wait and see how it performs in everyday use. The build quality is arguably the biggest change from the S5, and I'm really looking forward to see how it feels in the hand. So overall, props to Samsung. I think they did a pretty good job here. I wish there would have been a couple more extra features to make it more innovative, but it's looking to be a very solid flagship for 2015. Thank you guys so much for watching. A ton more videos coming your way, and for more tech coverage, keep it locked here at Zaxpert.